Hi everyone, it's Nicole here today with a couple of tiny gift box chick and duck add-ons from Lawn Fawn cards. These are completely die-cut cards, encouragement type cards, but created with the tiny gift box add-ons. I love using add-ons to actually create critters for scene cards. We're going to use the chick and the duck to create a couple of examples today, as well as lots of other Lawn Fawn dies for these scenes. So I've pre-die cut my pieces and I have everything laying out. We're going to first create the portrait style card. I have die cut the rainy backdrop portrait from Lawn Fawn Mermaid cardstock, and we're going to add just a little bit of shading and color to this design with Lawn Fawn fish tank ink and the life-changing blending brushes. I'm applying that ink to my background and just kind of concentrating it a little bit darker where the grassy borders are going to hit along the bottom edge, and then lightening it as I get towards the top of the panel. We just want to add a little bit of a gradient of color. I've also added some jalapeno ink to the simple grassy hillside borders. I'm going to layer the borders along the bottom edge of the rainy backdrop, and then we're going to layer the backdrop over a piece of Blue Jay cardstock. Both the portrait and landscape backgrounds are A2 sized, meaning they are going to cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. Next, we're going to start assembling our chick and duck for our first card. I did add a little bit of shading to the chick with some number 2 pencil dye ink using a life-changing brush. The chick has been die cut from sticky note cardstock. We're going to glue the wings to the back of the chick. This is where it would normally be adhered to the sides of the box. We're going to glue them directly to the background and then tuck the chick underneath the grassy border on the left side of the card. No need to add feet to this chick because they're going to be hidden back behind the grass. If the chick was going to be in the forefront, I would have added feet. There are feet dies for either the chick or the duck, and you'll see those on the duck here in a little bit. I inlaid the eyes and the beak for the chick, as well as added the pink blush there for the cheeks. And I'm assembling now the little hair bow. This is from the Tiny Gift Box Raccoon and Fox add-on. I love mixing and matching the different Tiny Gift Box add-ons to customize my critters. We'll go ahead and glue the bow to the top of the chick's head. Here's a look at the dies I used in all areas of this design so far. Let's go ahead and take the duck. I love that this same little critter image can be used to create either critter. So this time I've die cut the elements, the face of and the body of the duck and the wings from smooth white cardstock, and I'm going to assemble it just like I did with the chick. This time I'm adding feet along the bottom. These were die cut from some Gina Sweet Mango cardstock, as well as the bill for the duck. I'm going to layer that over where the beak area goes for the chick. I'm going to fold both of the arms in for this guy, and he's going to be adhered along the right side of the card design. He's going to be holding a little basket that we will embellish with a small heart from the Say What Gift Tags collection. We also want to inlay the eyes that have been die cut from black licorice cardstock. The basket's been die cut from chocolate bar Lawn Fawn cardstock. These would also work great for Easter, but I wanted to show how it can work for beyond. It's not necessarily an Easter basket without any eggs or anything like that. Next, I'm going to put some foam adhesive on the back of the base of the umbrella, which has been die cut from chocolate bar cardstock, and then layer the pink piece over the top that has the stitching. This was die cut from Hues PEONY cardstock. We're using more of those teeny tiny hearts from the Say What gift tags collection that have been die cut from Lawn Fawn Chili Pepper cardstock to embellish the umbrella. I added highlights to the eyes with a white pen and eyelashes to the chick with a fine tip black pen. For the cloud border along the top of the card, we're going to stamp sentiments from the Rain or Shine Before and After stamp set. This is the only stamping on each card are some little teeny tiny sentiments. The cloud border provides the perfect place for a sentiment on this first design. On the second design, we'll stamp it along the bottom. I'll show you that here in a second. I stamped Rain or Shine along the top, and right underneath, I stamped the phrase, I love you. The heart is open, and so I'm going to fill that in with a red Copic marker. The sentiment up at the top of the card helps balance out the design. Next, I wanted to add just a little bit of a fun touch throughout the card. So I'm going to add little dots of glue with the Lawn Fawn glue tube. And then I will use a crystal katana to pick up the little teeny tiny hearts from the Say What gift tags and place these all throughout my card. These are the same little hearts I used to embellish the umbrella and the little basket that the duck is holding. I love these dies because you get a variety of small heart sizes. There's also stars in this collection, so if you'd rather use stars, that is a great opportunity as well. These hearts get used all the time. I'm a big sucker for little teeny tiny die-cut hearts and stars, so this is a great set for that. You also get gift tags, so there's lots in that Say What gift tags die collection. I'm going to finish the hearts now with a layer of glossy accents. We'll also put glossy accents on the beak of the chick and the bill of the duck. I'm going to set this aside to dry while I work on the second card design. This time we're using the rainy day landscape background. The only difference between the two is one is landscape and one is portrait. So depending on the style of card you want, there is a background for each. Just like I did before, I'm taking fish tank ink and adding some of this color to my background using a life-changing blending brush. I flipped it over and used my Spellbinders tool-in-one to remove any of those raindrops that maybe didn't come out when I originally die cut it. I like to use liquid glue behind these delicate die cuts like this, as it's easiest to go around the back and go around the die cut areas. I've layered this over some Blue Jay cardstock again. I've got two borders of the simple Grassy Hillsides, inked with jalapeno ink along the bottom edge, my cloud border along the top, just like I did before, and this time we're only going to be using a chick and the oversized stitched umbrella. This can be used to make a shaker umbrella if you want, but I'm going to use it to just create an oversized umbrella for this landscape style scene. I am creating the chick exactly as I did before, die cut from sticky note cardstock, inked with number 2 pencil ink, and then we're inlaying the eyes with black licorice, die cut black licorice eyes, and a sweet mango beak. We're going to assemble the umbrella. This is that stitched umbrella, and I've die cut it from Hero Hues PEONY cardstock, Lawn Fawn chocolate bar cardstock, and Lawn Fawn black licorice cardstock. Those are the components so far. I'm layering on top the inlay pieces from the outline umbrella die. These were die cut from Lawn Fawn chili pepper cardstock and layered on top so we can have a pink and red umbrella. This adds a really nice pop of color to our card. Just as I did before, I'm going to take a white pen and add highlights to the eyes and a fine tip black pen to draw in some eyelashes. I've got a little hair bow die cut from the Tiny Gift Box Raccoon and Fox add-on. So again, I use this all the time for all the different critters. because it's sized perfectly as a bow tie or a hair bow. And I've got lots of leftover little say what gift tag hearts. So I'm going to use a few scattered throughout the design that have been die cut from the Lawn Fawn Chili Pepper cardstock, but I'm also going to die cut some from the Hero Hues Peony cardstock that I used for the base of the umbrella, as well as the hair bow in the cheeks on this critter. That's so we can embellish the umbrella with some cute little heart accents. I'm going to play around with different placement that you can see here, trying to find the way I like the best. This also gives you an example of the 3 sizes of hearts that you get. I'm going to end up using, I think, every single little pink heart. It comes in this little set. They're not all separate dies, so it's going to die cut all the sizes all at once. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere these with the big heart in the center, the 2 medium-sized hearts along the sides, and the teeny tiny little hearts along the bottom edge of my umbrella. This instantly makes this umbrella so super cute and fun. I know we're not anywhere near Valentine's Day, but I could totally see using this exact design, changing up a few of the colors, changing up the greetings, and using this for a Valentine's or love-themed card. Once I have all of my little embellishments in place, I'm going to take another sentiment from the Rain or Shine before and afters, and this time stamp Sending Sunshine along the bottom edge with clear embossing ink, and then heat emboss with Lawn Fawn white embossing powder to really make it stand out. Because the umbrella takes up so much more room along the top edge of the card and I don't have all that space along the top, I balanced it out by adding that down below and stamping it in white. So we're tying in the white from the cloud border along the top of the card with the white stamped and embossed sentiment along the bottom edge. It really serves to balance out the design beautifully. We'll finish the greeting with a little die-cut heart here in red, which also adds that little pop of red along the bottom edge and finishes off our card. Glossy accents will be used for all of the red hearts again, as well as the beak on our chick. Here's a look at all of the finished cards. 2 of them are the exact same design. I had done one previously, and so I just replicated it for the video here and then created an additional card to share with you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these die-cut encouragement cards featuring Lawn Fawn stamps and dies. The supplies I used to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more cards featuring Lawn Fawn that you might be interested in. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.